か星空に溶けて消えて、もう色も意味も香りもその手触りも、夜がそっと飲み込んだ。ここにいるよ、ここにいるよ、世界の果て一人浮かんで色づいて滲んで消えてく、言えないままの言ここにいるよ、ここにいるよ、君を待つよ、世界の果ての向こうで。向こうで
disappearing us, inviolable love, the sky is almost red, spread out. Our should be dead, never to be said. Time won't tell at all. The night falls. I can't see any tears in your eyes. Tell me how I know by your voiceless cries. I'd be saved if I could say goodbye. What is left is a sweet little lie. Why do I feel an endless song? In a light like a smile with a farewell warmth inside. Lies of darkness, a starlet you cried for. Now I know that we'll close your door for good, for good, for good, for good.
finally here, the Tekken World Tour World Finals.
I cannot believe it has all led to this. Every road, every tournament, every highlight that you guys have seen has come from this amazing, amazing game. See, the last chance qualifier is about to begin.
Anything can happen, doesn't matter. Is it gonna be Pakistan, Japan, Korea?
One mix up clutch tackle.
Oh!
Wow! Oh!
No, Kagemaru!
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
That's it. That's it.
There goes the banjo. There goes the tournament for Kagemaru.
Rainbow now. Oh, Book gets it done. Book extends the team, but to the loser bracket here.
Bilal 1 round away. Pakistan, will they make it to the finals? One hit can do it for either player.
Red dress, can he use it?
Oh my God! Oh my
One
God!
more
Great drive!
Faith Bilal will take the LCQ 2019 hair and move into tomorrow's finals.
Let's get our qualified players up here and find out where they're going to be playing in the pools. This is what we've been fighting for the entire year.
Those groups are ridiculous.
This is world caliber talent you guys are looking at.
Who will be our new champion?
Knee gonna cancel.
Yeah, the cancel.
Gonna go for the combo here. Wall's not gonna
necessary,
matter. Knee gonna take the set. Man, he put both his arms up after that.
Look, when he gets the clean hit there,
Oh, the down fortune, this could be it, Mark.
it might be it. If he gets the wall, it's going to be all over.
Hey, hey. And that's gonna be it. Uh-oh.
It might.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that's going
God.
to be it. Nobi takes it. Undefeated so far.
One more hit, we'll do it.
Oh,
The
that's gonna-
Ranger!
it's gonna
The
kill it.
Ranger!
It's gonna
That's
be
gonna
enough.
be it! Low high with the clutch right at the end!
He smells the blood in the water. Keeping the pressure on back to blow. Not gonna happen. Radius Red Bull Anakin eliminates JDCR.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Here we go. It's time for the grand final. Chikarin versus Ulsan.
Ulsan, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. Backdash the wild standing
And that'll
full.
do it. Chikarin is your Tekken World Tour Finals champion.
What a show.
Look at this camaraderie from Japan here. Give it up for your champion of the TWT 2019. It's going to be Chikarin.
Welcome everyone, this is the Tekken World Tour 2020 reveal show. My name is Mark Mann, I'm here with community member Rip, and we're here with the Tekken series producer, Michael Murray. How you guys doing? We just saw this awesome video, a montage of what we had in our past year, and it was great.
Yeah, TWT 2019 was just like phenomenal, right? We saw incredible growth, huge surprises, regions stepping up that we hadn't seen before, like Pakistan, of course, Arsenal coming out to scene, etc. It's just been a fantastic year.
There was just so many things going into it. I mean, going into the season, you know, there's so many things that have changed that kind of flipped the competitive Tekken world upside down. As you mentioned, Pakistan's rise to power. We saw Arsenal dominating some of the biggest tournaments that we've ever seen. And then at the very end, Japan ended up winning it all at the World Finals.
Who saw that coming? Did you see that coming?
No, not quite. I mean, I saw the lead up to it. You saw the Japanese players kind of band together after they say, oh my God, look at all these people in Pakistan, they're so strong. You had your typical groups in Japan that would practice on their own, and they kind of banded together towards the end, though.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, going to that finals, you know, I love Nobi's interview there where he said, like, you know, Tekken is a Japanese game. You know, I was like, whoa, all right, we're back in Japan.
Yeah, and they all did well. I mean, Nobi had
Nobi
an
was
amazing
so
performance
good
at the
in
very
finals.
end. But not just that, let's talk about the other regions. So North America actually brought it pretty well, and one player in particular really had a standout season, and he mentioned it as well. It was probably his best season yet. But Anakin from Atlanta really brought it, and he took on all international competitors throughout the entire year.
Yeah, and you know, he had so many crazy close matches against Need throughout the year. You know, combo breaker, then ran it back at Evo, and he was always there, right? You know, final game situation, but he just couldn't close it out. So, you know, maybe 2020 will be his year where he finally gets Need, but 2019 he didn't get it done, but he did step up for NA big time.
Yeah, and Nee, of course, the legend. He's always placing very well throughout the entire year. probably one of his best years that we've seen. He was at the top of the leaderboard throughout the entire year, but I mean, he fell up short. But he did end up beating Arslan Ash, who beat him every other time.
It seemed like that was his goal, right?
Yeah.
Like he had gone through this year of like, I'm winning these tournaments, but I can't beat this Arslan Ash guy. And then finally gets to the finals, and then, they had their match. He finally gets it done. He picked the group that Arslan was in too, right? Or was it the other way around?
He did. He actually wanted to fight
yeah.
against them, which was actually, I think, kind of crazy.
Super cool. Yeah.
I think he actually mentioned on social media after he went to Pakistan, right? He had beat Arslan and some of the other players, and he felt comfortable going into the finals. So.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Now we have players, making pilgrimages. They're taking trips to different countries to train and just immerse themselves in Tekken. And for the longest time, we always thought that Korea was at the very top. And then it's changed a lot this year. I mean, last year we started off with the bang. We were in the mix-up in France, and Super Akuma drew first blood, ended up beating everyone there and really like cementing his role. At least at the start, he ended up qualifying for our top 20. But I mean, I think we should talk about like what were some of your favorite moments here of the Tekken World Tour from 2019.
Favorite moments? Who was starting? Starting you?
Let me pick. So I just mentioned Super Akuma, right? But I think his first win and him really showing the power of Akuma was really, really sick. And I like how he was able to really dominate all the players from Korea and Japan in that tournament, and he ended up with winning. You got to remember, like players like Nii was there, and he did this ridiculous combo, dude. And I thought about that combo for like weeks and days after that.
Someone was just talking about this on Twitter this morning, actually.
Yeah, the crazy Akuma damage, and then like, wait, it doesn't even kill.
Yeah, but he has the right rhythm. Boom. It was so good. So that was probably one of my favorite moments, especially the way we started off the tour. How about you, Rip?
For me, it was definitely Combo Breaker in the top 8. Is my friend from SoCal, Ricksta, going up against the man Nii, of course. And Nii's one of those guys who should have won. Ricksta, he had the combo to win before this, and all of a sudden Nii's making the comeback. You're like, Ricky, you should have closed it out. This is the final game situation. And then boom, the craziest slow-mo anyone has ever seen.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at the crowd reaction, dude. It's insane.
Look at your reaction. You're probably going to see it on the replay again, but you were jumping up and down.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure you
Kid at
knocked the
Christmas,
headset
right?
off.
Everyone lost their mind at that moment. I mean, I'm sure my language was not kid-friendly at that point. Things were going wild. I mean, I lost it. And, it's all Ricksta's fault and Nii's fault.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great year of Tekken, and I mean, all those moments leading up to it. And sometimes it's just too much to like take in, and I'm so glad we have things like the slow motion and stuff like that. But it makes things way more exciting. I mean, from the dev standpoint, is there anything that stood out for you, Michael?
Well, I mean, obviously, all the scenes that you guys mentioned throughout the year, the players going against each other and the technique just displayed is overwhelming. But from my perspective, seeing that all capped at the end of the year at the finals, going into that, quite nervous to see how it's going to turn out. But then I get there, and then I see you guys, and I like to stop by the commentary desk, and Steve, oh my God.
He's always losing his mind.
Steve, yeah.
And just there were so many good matches during the day that he just lost it. And I remember he was like shaking Rip around like a rag doll, right? And then he broke the table.
The table actually broke, guys.
The table was ridiculous. I mean, you see it at the end of this clip, I think. You just see, like, when I come back up, the table just starts coming in, or the monitor actually on the table starts coming in from the left side.
That's because the table was breaking. It was falling.
Yeah, the table was literally collapsing. Me and Steve didn't even recognize it. Like right there, the monitor came. Like, oh my God! It's like no one had any idea. Thank goodness, our production staff was on there, and they were like, they saw it going down. They caught the table, so we got kind of lucky there a little
and just
bit.
that iconic statement: if you're not playing Tekken, what are you doing? That
What are
was
you doing?
Just, oh man, that was so solid, and it embodied just the passion that the whole community, I think, has towards the game at that point.
Yeah, and since the game has come out, we've seen record growth in viewership, the amount of people that are playing competitively. Every year we're having a new biggest Tekken tournament ever. I don't know how long this continues, but I hope it keeps going. I mean, that's why.
I didn't foresee it, but
Yeah.
we're
I don't know
here.
if anyone did, man. It's crazy.
No, we're in a good place right now, and I hope people are looking forward to more Tekken because, as you guys know, the Tekken World 2020 is coming back for another year. And I guess we'll tell more people about it right now.
What do we have? A trailer?
We do have a trailer for you guys to check out, so please play the video.
That was sick.
You not watching Tekken? Come on, man!
You got the camera, don't whip, don't whip. Oh my God.
now.
Made it happen, representing Pakistan. Such an unlikely warrior out of nowhere.
The toss. Oh, let's go! TWT champion 2019 is Jinkerin.
Get ready for the next battle.
All right, well, there you have it. Of course, Tekken World Tour is back. How you guys feel?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
It's gonna be in America. I've never been to New Orleans.
Well, everyone's going to have a chance now. I mean, I hope everyone shows up for the LCQ. That's going to be killer. Considering, the area we're in, it's closer to Texas, closer to Atlanta, I feel like a lot of people will be playing. But let's see how the tour, of course, is going to be structured. I'm sure there's a lot of questions.
Sure.
But let's look at, what the points breakdown is going to be for this year and how we're going to do it with the different events. So there's still going to be master events. There's still challenger events, as you guys saw in the video. And, of course, you can see the points breakdown on the screen.
I see a Master Plus.
Master Plus event, which is, of course, going to be EVO, as you guys saw in the trailer. The master events, of course, still 300 points. Then we go to challenger events. And then, everyone's favorites, the dojo events, they're coming back as well. Still the same tiers, what you guys have known to love and kind of grow. Really, the community has helped grow that so much. So there are going to be different tiers at the 96 players, 64 players, 32, and of course 16 at the very minimum.
So are these point systems basically the same as last year?
It is exactly the same.
Exactly the same. So easy to follow. If you guys followed along last year, same
Categories
system
are
this
the
time.
same too, right? 3-3, and then
There
4.
it is.
Yes, we're going to be breaking it down. So for the master events, for the challenger events, and the dojo events, we're going to get your best performances from each one. So your 3 best master plus events, your 3 best challenger events, of course your 4 best dojo results will all accumulate towards your season. And you have the potential, of course, as you guys can see on the screen, to get a perfect season by, let's say, you win EVO and you win 2 other master events.
So easy.
And then, it's easy. It's
Yeah,
easy.
Rip.
I mean, that's
Just
why
win
we have it on
EVO.
paper. You might want to consider going back into the competition.
No,
I heard
thanks.
you're pretty good with Leroy.
Yeah, that's about it.
But yeah, I mean, you have the potential to be the Tekken World Tour champion this year. It's all about qualifying and making it to those final 19 players.
Right. I mean, so the system is kind of same, right? We have 19 qualifiers, 1 LCQ spot, going to be in New Orleans. So if you guys want to enter the LCQ, it's going to be there, of course. The dojo system's still coming back. Same system as exactly as last time. You have 96 players. That's the biggest type you can get.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. And I'm just looking at the entire year and how things have played out. The dojo system was so cool. Just seeing all these different communities. I mean, some of these dojo events that we had last year actually graduated into a challenger event as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we've just been seeing crazy amounts of just people just playing Tekken. We've seen a rise in number from different countries, from different communities. I mean, we're looking at different regions that we've never been to before.
That's very true. I mean, the dojo system, I think, was one of the coolest additions to the Tekken World Tour. I'm glad to see it's back in basically the exact same shape as before. And what is this?
So, of course, dojo events, you will be able to sign up and apply on Smash GG. That's going to be happening very soon. Of course, all the information will be available on TekkenWorldTour.com. And dojo events only run from the start of the season, right when Tokyo Tekken Masters starts for our first event. So around April 4th until November the 8th. That's the cutoff this year. So it's going to be actually before the final event, which is DreamHack Atlanta.
Right, so if you guys are new to the dojo system, you want to create your own event, applications will be opening soon. You guys can just go register on Smash GG, start your event up, and eventually when the registration opens, you'll be able to make it a dojo event for yourself and your community.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? I mean, are you guys looking forward to anything? I mean, what do you think about?
Definitely. I mean, I think this is going to be the 4th year of the tour. I've been doing Tekken for so many years, had chances to go to so many different places to see the community directly and how they enjoy the game. But there's a few new additions this year, right?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, actually, that's a good way for us to kind of talk about the individual events that we're going to have. Not the dojo events, but let's talk about, the Master Plus, the Master events, and the Challenger events. So the Master Plus event, it's been the biggest Tekken tournament throughout the past few years. So EVO is the Master Plus event. That's where you can get the most points. And obviously, we hope you guys all show up to that event. Just because, not just because
we all hope. We all hope.
Yeah, I hope you guys go too. But it's going to be the Master Plus again. That's going to be happening July 31st through August the 2nd. Last year we had an amazing finals, of course. Arslan Ash taking that championship in the most iconic way.
It was such an epic top 3 even. It was Anakin and Knee, and then Knee and Arslan Ash. Just fantastic stuff in Evolution, of course. Just the top 8 at EVO seems to always be ridiculous. Just that arena full of people just cheering before Tekken is so crazy.
The energy, and I mean, you guys, I had a great time. I was doing commentary with Eris, but I wanted to hear the in-house commentary from you and Tasty Steve, and that was just ridiculous. It was so much fun. Let's go to the Master events and see what events we have for the rest of the year. So looking at all the stuff that's going on, you guys can see we're going to be starting off at Tokyo Tekken Masters here in Japan.
Beginning
and then
of
we're going to
April,
go
right?
straight to the mix-up. That's where we started last year. We saw the amazing, run that Super Akuma put on. He was able to come back from the loser side and ended up winning. And then after that, we're going to go to Combo Breaker,
Combo Breaker.
which is I'm excited about because that's always a fun time.
And new venue this time.
A new venue as well.
Closer to the
Shout-outs
Chicago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, shout outs to Rick the Hado putting on that event, him and his staff. And then we're going to go all the way back to Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Battle Arena,
Bam.
Melbourne. And then we're going to go to Łódź, Poland for Fighting Games Challenge.
Right, and then we're actually going over to Florida. They're going back to Orlando this year for CEO. That's going to be in June. And then we're going down south, South America. Going to go to Peru for Collision. Abel Del Maestro, he made the top 20 last year, I believe, in the Tekken World Tour. So glad to see Peru on there as a master event again. And then we've got Backlash, which is going to be a South Korean master event. So that's going to be one to look out for. And then the following week after Backlash, we've got Versus Fighting in the UK. Should be a lot of fun. I haven't been there myself. I hope to go one day. And then, of course, the event that I had the most fun at last year is my first time there, Rev Major in the Philippines,
definitely
kicking
a great
off
one.
September. Yeah, it's your first time there too
First
last year.
time, it felt amazing. I
Yeah.
definitely want to try to hit that one again this year.
Yeah, I remember Harada-san was mentioning to you, and a lot of the guys that went there, especially for the arcade scene, they always talked about how big the Tekken scene or the love for the Tekken scene was over there. I was always a fan, and I'm excited to go back to the Philippines.
It's legendary in the team, but I never had the time to experience it firsthand until then. So
All right,
awesome.
and then after Rev Major, we're going to go back to the U.S., and this is a first-time event here for the Master event. It's Kumite in Texas. And then after that, we have another Master event in Latin America. We're still working on finalizing it, and we should be able to finalize it very soon. After that, we're going to go to Berlin in Germany for Berlin Tekken Clash. And another new location after that, we're going to go to Jordan for Fate Masters.
Wow.
And that's a new one. And then again, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be rounding off the rest of the Master events. The last one is going to be DreamHack Atlanta again.
Just
going
like
back
last
to the
year. Okay.
ATL, yeah. So that's the Master events. But let's look at the Challenger events and what we have.
Some interesting
So-
choices here, right?
Yeah, we're going back to Cali. Going back to Cali, we have NCR happening in April. After that, we're going to go to Tekken Round Pro, and that's going to be happening in Colombia. After that, we're going back to South Africa.
I know that place.
Yeah, we're going to be going there for Cape Town Showdown, and then we're going to go to Sweden for Head Stomper, and then we have UYU Ultimate Taipei in Taiwan.
Which is a new one, right?
Yeah, it is a new one. And we're going to go to Tiger Uppercut in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm excited for that.
Exactly, and we do have some new locations on the tour. We're going to be going to the Ivory Coast, Africa, Kiongo Games. That's the name of the event. It's going to be in Côte d'Ivoire. Man, I almost forgot it. I think I got it. And then we've got IFGC in Indonesia. IFGC Max going to be the event there in July. Followed up by Sonic Boom, first time in Spain for the
Right.
TWT as well. So that's going to be a fun challenge event for everybody. And then the road to Evo starts at Electric Cancel, a throwback, a huge event that came back last year for the first time.
Yeah, so Rocksteady and Tom Hilfiger, they're the guys that originally founded the Electric Cancel series, teaming up with Level Up to put on this Challenger event that's happening the weekend before Evo. So that's going to probably bring in all kinds of international players.
Exactly, because SoCal and Vegas are pretty close, so a lot of people are probably going to hit both of them. And then, of course, after Evo, we're going to Electric Clash in Toronto. It's going to be a lot of fun there at the beginning of August. And, of course, we're going to end August at Summer Jam.
And then after that, we're going to go to FV Major in Malaysia again. That's going to be fun. And then we're going to go back to Greece one more time for Clash of the Olympians. Then we're going to head to France for Ultimate Fighting Arena. And then after that, we had this region. Last year, they had an amazing dojo event in Pakistan. Takra Cup is coming back as a challenger event, so that should be very exciting. And our last challenger event, again, we're still trying to lock it down. It's going to be in the Asia Pacific area. That's going to be happening at the very end of October, early November timeframe. So once we have information on that, of course, it'll be on TekkenWorldTour.com. But that is, of course, our Master Plus, our Master events, and our Challenger events for the years. That's not even counting all the dojo events that we know are going to pop up and hopefully be able to grow and scale to be able to potentially be a Master event or a Challenger event.
That's a great point, right? Because Takra Cup, it started off as a dojo event last year. They had like 200 people show up. And now this year it's a challenge event, so it just really shows the growth potential just from like, a tournament organizer standpoint.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And there's just so much stuff that's happening now in the Tekken scene. We have something almost every single weekend. And that's a lot to look forward to. As a Tekken fan, I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, it's always fun, right? And as you mentioned, every single weekend we're going to have something hit, so I can't wait.
Yeah, so what about, we talked about earlier, but what about New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Bourbon Street, that's the place to go, right?
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing I know about is like, it's comparable to like 6th Street in Austin, but I don't know, I've never been to Bourbon Street.
I've never been.
All I know is like there's a lot of beats there, and Tate Steve is gonna be there probably. I don't know where he got all his beats from. I'm gonna assume it's from New Orleans. I have no idea how he got them. He got small beats though.
Yeah, he's going to have to graduate to some bigger ones. But anyways, That's going to be happening, of course, December 12th and the 13th in New Orleans. You guys hopefully make some plans. More details will be forthcoming, but of course, there's going to be that LCQ. That's going to be the important one. If you want to qualify, if you don't think you're going to make it in through points, you have one last chance there. But I'm excited. You know, we have so much cool stuff that's going to be happening throughout the entire year, and I'm just excited to see how the Tekken. Oh, Harada-san's here.
Or was.
He's battling the Twitter trolls, right?
Yeah.
He's battling the Twitter troll?
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be here today.
Oh, there just happens to be one more seat here,
Oh,
too.
cool. I mean, if he wants to join us.
I don't think he even cares about us.
No, he's seems to be focusing on Twitter.
Hey.
Hi, Harada-san. How are you
He's
doing?
watching the stream.
He was watching the stream.
So he knew.
Yeah, I guess he knew. It's been fun. I mean, Harada-san,
Yeah.
what's up?
I drank too much last night. That's why
Me too.
I lost my voice.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we won't make you talk too much, but how are you
too
doing?
Much tequila.
Too much
Too much.
Too
tequila.
much tequila shot.
There's no such thing.
About 30 shots.
Oh my God.
We were just talking about Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Maybe he was partying in advance, getting
Preparation,
ready.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was his decision to go to New Orleans, I
Yeah,
can tell.
maybe. I mean, anything you want to?
Maybe I'm okay. Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Anything you want to say to the Tekken fans?
Okay, I'll speak in Japanese. Okay. ついにですね、去年の12月末のデータを見てみたら、実は鉄拳7が、500万本達成していたということで、皆さんありがとうございます。ということで、okay.
Oh, what?
In
Me?
English.
You,
I'm
right?
not
No?
doing it.
No, you do it.
So he was just saying he just researched the data recently, and we discovered that Tekken has sold 5 million copies, Tekken 7, to date. So that's quite an accomplishment, and we thank you all very much for your support of the game.
Oh, that's cool. You guys have an updated image already.
It's so
the
sick.
New characters are there too.
characters.
So Leroy's in there. Even Pakuram's in there somewhere.
Yes.
On the right side of things,
Right
right?
side, right?
And again, he's in the back
left
with
side,
all the
yeah.
flowers.
And the hidden Harada is in a different location this time, too.
Oh man, Easter eggs. I'm sure people are going to probably ask you for that photo later on social media, so I'm sorry they're going to bug you for it. But congratulations, guys. 5 million copies, that's quite the feat. I mean, it's grown quite a bit over the past few years, but you know, Tekken has just been growing. I hope you guys feel good about it.
I feel good. I mean, it's exciting to see. The growth has let us do some amazing things. I mean, obviously you can add DLC to sell, etc. But my favorite things are we're then able to do stuff like the additions to practice mode, those kind of new features to help newer players enjoy Tekken more. So that's some of the stuff that I'm the most proud that we were able to do.
Nice. I got to ask you guys, since we have both you and Harada-san here, Tekken World Tour 2020, we just announced the locations. Is there any places that you want to go or that you might be looking forward to going this year?
でも行ったことないとこ行きたい。さっきアフリカかなんかあった。
Africa.
あれ行きたいよね。
So he was saying we both want to go to Africa. We've been to so many places before, but never there. And yeah, it'd be a great chance to see the community directly.
Oh, nice.
And who knows, there might be someone like Arslan Ash that comes out of Africa. You never know.
That would be great. If the Tekken world can keep evolving where you bring in new champions from all over the world, I'm all for it.
It's so wild, right? Because no one expected Arslan Ash, of course, or Pakistan to be as strong as an entire region. So you never know when we expand to a new area who's going to show up.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know Harada-san was going to show up, so this is kind of cool. I feel like since we have him here, we might as well ask him and you guys, I guess, some other questions.
Okay.
I mean, there is a
got a
character.
hangover, but we'll
there is
see.
a character. Oh, maybe we should have him drink more?
Big boy.
So, you guys announced Fakumram at the finals and the new stage. Any updates on that? Any updates?
Any updates?
今
That was what now?
まあでもまあ
I hate to put you on the spot.
ね、
but
500万本いったし、思ったより売り上げのペースが落ちてないんだよね。だからセールスが落ちてなくて、しかも価格帯の高いデジタルがすごい買われてるので、我々としてはそういうもうちょっと皆さんにファンサービスしていきたいなっていう気持ちはありますよ。
They're saying that the copies have sold 5 million, and usually when a title it gains some years, like Tekken has, you see kind of a drop off on the income, etc. But not in this case. So he really feels an extra need to do more fan service. So not really to answer your question, right?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, there was Leroy, and we had some changes for him. And then, as I've said before, we mentioned a new round of changes coming for other characters later. But before the start of the TWT, so that gives you kind of an interesting timeline.
So we know the start of the TWT is in April, so I guess there's
Right.
something to look forward to.
So in the next 6 weeks.
And I believe that we mentioned something about perhaps an addition of content at that time, so we'll see. It's still being developed at the moment, so we can't give you an exact date at the moment.
Is it in this building?
I'm far
Can I
from
go
it.
visit?
See, I'm actually taller than Marta.
Wow.
Wait, are you really?
Depends
He
on
was kind of short. He was kind of short in the trailer. Anyways,
Oh, is he taller now?
No.
Oh, I thought I had to ask.
maybe we're talking about too much. But is there anything that you guys want to say while we have the Tekken fans? Or is there anything you guys want to say to the Tekken fans? In Japanese, okay.
OK
I try in English first.
No, I don't.
Shut up is the answer, right?
そうですね、非常にワールドツアー自体がですねやっぱりすごい盛り上がり見せてるんで、今年も道場ね結構去年見に行きたかったんですけど結構道場見に行けてないので、僕もしちょっとぜひここはあんた来たことないから来てくれよっていうところあったらぜひツイッターとかで言ってもらって、でもし行けそうだったらタイミング合えばぜひまた見て、一緒に盛り上がりたいと思いますので、今年もワールドツアーみんなで成功させましょう。よろしくお願いします。
So here it is. Are you ready? He was
Okay.
saying that the Tekken World Tour is just so exciting, even more exceeding many people's expectations. But the one thing that we haven't been able to do, him or myself, is to go to actual dojos. You know, it's been mainly Masters or Evos or stuff like that. So the community, if there's any of your dojos that you think he should go to that he hasn't been to, he said let him know, and if work schedule and all that permits, he'll try to make it out there. So let him know.
I got one more question.
This is off script.
Vamos.
What's going
We're going
on?
off script. I just want a prediction question, right?
Uh-oh.
Because last year TWT was so crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Pakistan came out of nowhere, but they didn't win the finals. Like, it was a big surprise. None of them made top 8 in the finals.
Yeah.
So my prediction question is, what country or region do you guys think will win TWT 2020?
難しいね。あれだよね
It's a hard
実はペルーとかコートジボワールとかも結構強い選手がいるって話でしょ。
まあ、
今
ペルーは相変わらずですよね。
南米実は結構強いからな。いやでもね今年韓国がすごいトレーニングしてカムバックしていくんじゃないかなと俺は思うんだけどね。
So he said that it's quite tough because there's some new regions like Africa, which we don't have no idea about some of the more stronger players there. But then there's also Latin America, for example, Peru, where they've already
They've always
proven they're
been
quite
so
strong. And maybe they have more chances this time to gain points and to make it happen. So it's tough, but then at the end he said there's Korea who's kind of stepped up their game in response to Pakistan and some of these other stronger players. Also the growth of the Europe and American players as well. So it's hard to say what's his answer.
ただ個人的にはさせっかく4回目でしょ。今回4回目でアメリカだから、ちょっとね一回アメリカが決勝行ってくれたらめちゃめちゃ盛り上がるんじゃないかなと思ってるんで、アメリカはぜひ皆さん今からトレーニングして頑張ってほしいなと。
He said, but America, Team America, he's looking forward to you guys winning. So
I'm going to
this
practice.
He said we're returning to the U.S. because you remember the first year was San Francisco. So it would be really great if one of the Team USA was able to take it. And likewise for me, I've always respected. I mean, I am from the U.S., but I've lived more years in Japan, so I'm not biased. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
But just some spectacular players that don't necessarily get all the spotlight. Jimmy J. Tran, Anakin, especially Anakin. I mean, he's just exemplary as not just strong at Tekken, but as a role model of what a pro player should be. And like he said, if U.S. takes it in the U.S., I'm sure that we would have very exciting finals. But that said, like he said, Korea has stepped up their games. Also, I'm really impressed with Ulsan from last year.
Oh yeah.
And
He's
I
been
think we'll
playing so
see even more from him this coming year. So it's
ア
tough.
ナキン半年ぐらいパキスタンに 合宿してもらったらい
He
いね。
said maybe you guys should send Anakin to Pakistan.
Pakistan and
for 6
trade?
months.
I'm sure everyone should be thinking about that.
Everyone
right?
needs to go to Pakistan for sure.
But anyways, I think that's all the time that we have. Thanks for.
I'm sorry
thanks
for delaying
asking
the
more
show.
questions. But
Where are we
guys,
going to Africa again? What's it called?
Côte d'Ivoire?
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, that's the one.
What's it?
Côte d'Ivoire,
There you go.
I think.
I lost my boss.
But guys, there's going to be more
Look forward to seeing
information for the Tekken World Tour. Make sure you guys check the website, TekkenWorldTour.com. Dojo event applications will be opening up pretty soon. And of course, make plans to go to the finals in New Orleans later this year, December 12th and the 13th. I think that's going to be it. We're going to play, in case you missed it earlier today, we're going to play the TWT trailer one more time for you guys to enjoy. But thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys at Tokyo Tekken Masters, first event of the year. See ya.
Do not watch the Tekken? Come on, man!
You have to be careful. Don't whip. Don't whip. Oh my God. Snap! Who made it happen, represented Pakistan. Such an unlikely warrior out of nowhere.
The toss.
Oh, let's go!
TWT
Champion 2019 is Jinkerin!
Get ready for the next battle.